welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the application process now for airlines, because you know a lot of things has changed due to COVID and like the time span and everything. So I'm just going to be jumping into all the information from literal application date to training date. So let's start. So December 24th, I submitted my application. I literally think I submitted it right when they opened up for applications because I got a notification in my email. So I went ahead and did it probably literally within 30 minutes to an hour of them opening up applications. So after I applied, you know, it was silent. You just get a thanks for applying email, like just confirmation stating that you did apply. After that, January 4th, I got an invitation to join like a webinar. A webinar is just like an informational session telling you like, you know, the job title and what, you know, being a flight attendant entails, or uniform policy and all the guidelines and stuff that they follow, just to ensure that you know what you're getting into before you continue on with wasting their time and the, you know, like the face-to-face process and all the extra stuff. So I got the invitation for the webinar January 4th, but I selected to do the webinar on January 6th. So I did it January 6th, and literally the day after, the day after on January 7th, I got an invitation for a face-to-face interview. So literally the day after. So I got the invitation. I scheduled it for January 8th. So I did my face-to-face interview January 8th. It went really well, obviously, because I'm in training right now. I'm actually in the hotel training right now. So, yeah. So I interviewed January 8th. And they kind of let you know, like, during the interview process, like, you know, like, yes, we're going to continue. No, we're not. Or I've even heard a story, well, I saw it on Facebook, like, this girl was interviewing me, you know, like, it's like this. It's like live. So it's not like one of those pre-recorded interviews. It's live. And, you know, like, you're talking to someone, and I guess she was, like, you know, talking like I'm talking, moving her hands around, and she had a tattoo right here. So you want to make sure that if you do, like, you're not showing any visible tattoos, you're not showing like excessive piercings and things like that. Just look as professional as possible. Okay, so I did the interview January 8th. She was like, yeah, you know, you did good, da 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 da. Don't worry if you don't hear anything in a week, you're gonna hear back from us. I'm moving your application along. So literally 20 days later, January 28th, I got an email about requirements. So January 28th is when I heard back, but February 4th is when I actually did requirements. So requirements is basically like they'll, whatever base you apply for, they'll email you like a location and a time, and you'll like select the time that you want to go. But the date, I believe it's just one date that they do requirements in whatever specific city. So I went on February 4th, and requirements like literally just show up, you sign in, like when you walk in, what do they do? Like they have you, what do you do? Okay, so you walk in, you take off your shoes, they measure you up against the wall to make sure that you're not too tall or not too short. They have you read like a generic announcement to ensure that you can read. They have you sit in the jump seat and you buckle up to ensure that you can fit. After that, they take a photo of you, which is going to be for your ID. You take a photo, and then you go to the back where they do like document processing, I'm assuming. Excuse me. So you'll like give them a photocopy of like your passport, and I believe like your driver's license or your social security card, maybe not. I don't remember which one they took a copy of, but they actually want to see your physical passport or proof that you just applied for a passport and you'll be getting it back in time for training. So, and they also do like your fingerprints. So yeah, that's what they did for requirements. So that was February 4th. And then approximately 2 weeks later, on February 17th, I got an email with my CJO. CJO is a conditional job offer. So that means, you know, we're offering you the position, but you have to go through this first. Like, you have to do this first. You have to pass this test first. So really now this part is just all up to you. You know, like you come here, you study, take the test, you do the drills, X, Y, and Z. So when you get your CJO, you also, there's like links at the bottom for like your initial new hire prep guide, and you have like it's like this employee portal thing that you need to go through, so you can, like, you know, do your W-2, submit your like a voided check for like payment purposes, background check stuff. You'll fill out some information. What else was it? So basically just information like that. And of course you have to do your drug test, but they send that in a separate email. So February 17th I got my CJO and I did all those required items. And then March 2nd is when I actually got an email requesting me to do my drug test. So March 2nd, so I think you have like 48 or 72 hours. I think it's 48, but it'll say it on the paperwork. But make sure you actually read the paperwork, because it'll say the paperwork expires a week from this date, but at the bottom it'll say, but you have, I think it was 48 hours to complete your drug test or whatever. So March 2nd, I did my drug test, and we didn't hear anything back after that. So, and then March 31st, which was like almost a month later, I got an email saying that I have to do like a virtual fitting for my uniform. So you order your uniforms and stuff before you get here. So they'll like send you like a video of how to actually measure yourself, and you'll just like submit those measurements and you'll pick the uniform pieces that you want. So after that, so you'll get a COVID test in the mail. They send you a COVID test in the mail, but you have to take it 7 days prior to coming to training. So on April 12th, I took my COVID test and I dropped it in a FedEx drop box, and they do like overnight, so they'll have the results like within 2 days. And then so the day we did our COVID test, we also got an email stating that we'll be having a virtual WebEx the following day, which was April 13th, which was, I forgot what we actually talked about. It was just ensuring that we filled out all of our paperwork and stuff like that, and telling us what to be expected when we get here, like the travel itinerary, because we all had questions like, when are we gonna know like what time our flight is and stuff like that, so we can plan accordingly. So April 12th we did the COVID test. April 13th we did another virtual WebEx. It was literally like 5 to 10 minutes long. April 14th we got our travel itinerary. So the itinerary included like, you know, like your hotel information, the address, the phone number, your flight time, your confirmation code, and things of that nature, and how you should be dressed on your way to training and things like that. So you just want to make sure you read through every single thing, because they watch everything you do to ensure that you can follow directions. Because granted, like when you're out there working on the line, you're not gonna have somebody that you report to every single day to ensure that you're doing everything correctly. So you have to take responsibility for yourself. Okay, so April 14th I got my travel itinerary, which was 4 days before I actually flew out to here. So April 18th I flew in pretty early. I probably got here at like 10 a.m. And so I had like the whole day to like go to Walmart, you know, like get settled, unpacked, and things of that nature. And then April 19th was the official first day of training, which was yesterday, because today is April 20th. So yeah, that was pretty much like the application process. It wasn't anything crazy. I know typically like pre-COVID they would have like what do they call, like open hiring sessions, something along that line, to where they'll like rent out a boardroom in a hotel, and they'll like host, you know, like people, you'll apply online but you'll still just come in person, and you'll basically interview on the spot, and that's how they move you along. So instead of doing everything now, is just like it's virtual. So, you know, the least contact they have with people, the better. So yeah, that's all I have to say. So bye.